Hello everybody and a happy new year to you all. This is my first video of 2022, so happy new year to you all. I hope that you guys have an amazing year ahead. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Please, good 2022, my sense and isn't right, subscribing, so if you haven't subscribed, please do click the subscribe button down below. As you guys can tell from the title of my video, today I'll be speaking about my experience with failing at university. This is a video that I've been meaning to do for the longest of times, but I guess I just didn't have the courage to do it. But now I finally do, and I think this is the perfect time for me to film this and upload it because it's the beginning of the year. Matriculants just received their results. Some university students already received their results in December, and some may have passed, or some have passed, which is great. Some may have failed or have to repeat a year. So I think this is the perfect time for me to speak about my experiences. Another reason why I'm doing this is because when I failed, there wasn't anyone that I could speak to or that I could listen to, someone who spoke about their experiences with failing at varsity. When it happened to me, I really wished there was someone I could, listen to, experience with failing, and I didn't have that. So I'm just doing what I needed at the time, so that if ever there's someone who's going through the same thing, they know that there is a Sanelisiwe out there who has gone through the same thing. So basically in this video, I'll be telling you how me failing happened, how it made me feel, and what got me through it. So let's get into it. So as you guys can tell by the title, I failed twice, right? So let's quickly run through it. I did my first year in 2017. I went to Wits University. I'm a student at Wits University, for those who do not know. So that was my first in 2017. I was registered for speech therapy and audiology. So it was a dual degree, right? So fine, I do my first year. Everything went fairly okay, or at least that's what I thought, right? I had 6 modules. Of course, there was a lot of pressure, but I didn't think it was bad. End of the year comes in December and we receive our results, right? So I checked my results and I saw I failed a module, right? So I failed one module, which was anatomy, right? So out of 6, I failed 1. I didn't think it was anything bad, and I think at that time I didn't understand the whole system by Sibenza and Jani with modules that are prerequisites and majors and whatever. So I knew my majors to be speech pathology and speech and hearing science. I didn't know anatomy is one of those that I have to pass in order to progress. So when I saw I failed anatomy, I was like, it's fine. And I didn't fail it 47%, so then shot on 3%. So I was like, no, it's fine. I'll just continue with the others and then just repeat anatomy, only to find out we also have to do anatomy in second year, right? So I basically can't progress until I pass anatomy first year. So when I found out, I was like, what? I came to the realization, that's another year added to my degree. So instead of taking 4 years, I'm going to take 5 years to complete my degree, which sucked, man. It really sucked. But I think at the time, I was more than being disappointed at the fact that I failed and I'm basically adding another year to my degree. I was proud of myself for, having passed 5 modules and only having failed 1, because university is not easy, guys. So I was like, usebenzile girl. Even my father, my parents were like, I usebenzile. Yes, gay, there's this challenge, but it's fine. It's your first time being in university, so it's okay, it's understandable. Cool stuff, gay. So then, which meant now the following year, I was going to do anatomy first year, and then my majors were put on hold because I can't continue with them until I pass anatomy first year. So it's like, okay, so I was repeating anatomy first year, then I was able to continue with psychology second year and linguistics second year. I had cool stuff, so I was doing those 3 gay. And I mean, it sucked, but I was like, gotta do what I gotta do, okay? I get continued gay with my first/second year, right? I get nyaga, yakubega, attend classes and whatever. So I think my problem was that I went in with the attitude, yoba, I've done this before, you know, so surely I know what's going on, and it was just 3%, so I just need to defumani 3%, then this right. So I went in with that attitude, but I know what's happening. So in my head I was like, I probably was like, I don't need to work that hard, which was very stupid of me, because the reason I'm here is because I don't know. If I knew the work, I would have passed, you know. So I failed because I don't know, you know. So that was very stupid of me. So well, I thought, by end of the year, I'm thinking, girl, got this. Hi bo. I figure my results fail. Yo, guys, like, it was so bad. I remember I cried so much, like I didn't even know how I was gonna tell my parents, but I failed the same module again. The worst part is that they failed this man, you get this time, instead of I did last time that I feel go 47, this time they failing go 37 or 38. So I was like, what's going on? That's when it actually, like, it bothered me again. I'm failing the same module again, and they go worse this time around. I was just like, am I stupid? Like, what's not clicking? And I think it's because, I mean, the way at high school I did fairly well. Like, I was like, when pasta, you know, ding lambda no into physics, life science, the accounting, the pure maths, there's pasta, you know, and the go like class, like with the clever people, you know. So now I get to varsity and I'm failing, which is something that I had never experienced in my life, you know. So this is all new to me, and I'm like, girl, what's going on? You know, like, this is serious right now. Like, we need to find out what's going on. But eventually I told my parents, and I thought they were going to freak out. Like, I literally thought they were going to freak out. But I think for them it was also a thing of, it's okay, no, there's something wrong, there's definitely something wrong. And yes, they were disappointed, of course, like, it's expected for them to be disappointed, but they were so supportive, you know. They were so supportive. I think for them it was a matter of, okay, we need to get her help. We need to find out, but is there anything else that's bothering you, that's affecting your studies? Do you need help? How can we help? So it was that type of thing. So when I failed the second time, that's when it really got to me. Yeah. So that's how me failing twice happened, right? So what did failing do to me, right? So I experienced a lot of emotions. I'm so sorry for, I have notes on my phone so that I don't forget anything. I went through a lot of emotions, and I think the most dominant emotion was embarrassment. So I say this because obviously I get ukfela is not nice, right? And especially think about it, but you went into first year with certain people, right? You're all doing the same course, and at the end of the year you're all expected to progress, right? So now you fail, everyone else progresses. Fine, you go back and, you know, try again, but these are people that you're going to bump into on campus. These are people that you're going to bump into on campus. I think the worst part for me was the fact that with my course, once you guys are in second year, you start wearing scrubs, right? Because that's when you guys start doing your practicals. So when I was at first year, that's the one thing that I was really excited about, to wear scrubs. So now I failed. I bumped into these people on campus wearing scrubs, my peers wearing scrubs, and that thing hurts, man. It hurts, it's embarrassing, because now you bump into them, you're probably thinking, oh, these people probably think, oh, nanglo failile, and you're like, I should have been there, that should have been me. Second of all, that thing messes up your self-esteem. It messed up my self-esteem. I was starting to doubt my capabilities. And then this was bad, like, what's going on? Am I stupid? Like, it can't change. Surely something changed, because why do you feel like all of a sudden, you know? So there's just a lot. And then now you also think about your parents, how you've disappointed them. You think about people back at home who were looking up to you. Yabona lento bana Sanelisiwe is at Varsity University, you know, Uzabasa. Another thing now is that you just start to think about your life, about progress in your life. Of course, we all have plans. I was the type of girl that when I reach the age of 25, I want to get married, I want to have a car, I want to have a job, you know, you get stable. But now when you fail, and I realize that I'm adding on more years to this degree, because now it's like 6 years instead of 4, I was like, my timeline is basically pushed back. You know, I was like, I want to get married at the age of 25. Girl, that doesn't seem like it's gonna happen, because at the age of 25, so there's just a lot that you go through, man, and it sucks. Guys, I don't even want to lie to you guys. Like, I cried a lot because I was just like, maybe I should just stop this thing, maybe I should just drop out. Is it even worth it for me to do this? But what am I gonna do if I drop out? Am I just gonna chill at home? Maybe I should just do a short course, something that will be easy, you know. So it really like messes with your self-esteem, and I can only imagine how my parents felt. You know, it's actually a conversation that I never really had with them. But how did they feel when I failed twice? But you know what the nice thing is, my parents were so supportive, guys, and I'm so grateful to them for that. They were so supportive. I had never even once felt like I'm really like a disappointment to them. So that really helped. Yeah, so I think maybe let me talk to the parents. Let me talk to the parents. If you're watching this and you're in university, show this to your parents or your guardian or whoever, you know. Let me tell the parents, there is nothing that is as good as having your parents support you. You know, first of all, I don't think ukhona umuntu who goes to school with the plan to fail. I don't think anyone plans to fail. Iskolas komnandi, university isn't nice. Like the academics part of it is not nice. And I believe that everyone wants to do it and get it over and done with, you know. But unfortunately, it does happen, but people fail. And yes, I guess it sucks, but it happens to your child, and other children are progressing, you know. But it's happened, and it's something that you have to deal with, right? And I feel like the only way you can deal with it is to just be supportive, you know, and just be encouraging. There's so many things that we go through in varsity that we sometimes cannot talk to you guys about, you know. We're at a point in our lives where we realize that we're adults and we have to act like adults, and being an adult comes with a lot of responsibilities. You know, we're faced with so many challenges that it's just so overwhelming. Some of those challenges may affect our academic life, you know, and sometimes we may feel like academics are the least of our priorities because of the things that we face, you know. So I just want to put it out there, but these things happen, you know. Your child is not the first child to go through it, neither are they the last. All you can do for your child is to be supportive. Just ask them back, is there anything I can do to help? What's going on? Let's talk. Is there something that's affecting you, that is affecting your academics, something that we can fix? Do you need to speak to someone? Like, just talk to your child. That's Luma. create that safe space and safe environment for your child to be able to speak to you, to confide in you, you know. I think for me at the beginning, I didn't think that I had that safe space until I realized that I actually do, and my parents were so kind to me and so supportive to me. And I think because of that, I was able to push and not give up. Trust me, there were so many times where I felt like giving up. There were so many times where I wanted to drop out. The one time I even told my mom, Mama, I am tired. I'm so sick and tired of this. I want to drop out. And my mom said, don't. Just try harder, push harder. Eventually uzawufika kulinda ufuna ukufika kuyo. So please be supportive. Don't bash your child for failing. I know kubuhlungu, I know it's disappointing, I know kunzima to be spending all of that money to send your child to university and then I fail. Yes, you think bamntana kudlalisa ngemali, but I promise you it's not like that. Asifuni ukufela. Like literally asifuni, but it happens, and it happens to the best of us, you know. And please, one thing, like, please don't ever mention indaba yemali. But yo, I spent so much money sending you to varsity. Don't. That thing is not going to encourage the child. Instead, it's going to discourage them. You know what? Let me actually leave this thing because clearly I'm wasting my parents' money, and that's not something that I want to do. So let me just drop out of school and go find a job to finance myself, you know. And I don't think so I urge parents, please be supportive. You know, if my parents were not supportive, I don't know where I would have been right now. I would have probably dropped out. Like, honestly, you don't know what I would be doing. But yeah, so that's to the parents. Please be supportive. If your child needs help, please try your best to get your child help. And that's that, right? So that's what failing did to me. Oh, another important thing that I actually recently realized was that because I failed twice, I've normalized failing in my life. I've normalized failure. And I don't think that's a good thing. You know, those are the after effects of failing. So for instance, if I want to do something, right? And it doesn't work out, I'm just like, I expected that, you know, that's my life. Like, that's my life. And I don't think things should be like that. Whereas if I do something first time around and it works out, like in shock, I had to literally pinch myself, but is this really happening? So this was intensive man that like failing have done to me. Have normalized failure, and that's not a good thing. I don't know how that's going to change, but yeah, I just need you guys to know like some of the things that failing did to me, right? But now I look back, right, and I'm just like, this is a blessing. And I'll explain why I say that. So remember I said when I got in first year, I was doing a dual degree, right? Speech therapy and audiology. So when I failed, that was the last year. 2017 was I think, was it 2017? Yeah, was the last year where Vit was still doing speech therapy and audiology as one degree, about 2 degrees in one, rather, let me put it like that. After that, people who came in after had to choose, so they split the degrees. So you have to choose whether to do audiology or speech pathology. So because I failed, I had to join that group which had to choose this one and that one. But it sucked because I really wanted to do both, but now I thought about it, I was like, maybe it's a good thing, because that means umsebenzi will not be that much anymore. I mean, imagine doing 2 degrees in one. That's a lot. Yeah, but it really is a lot. And I'm looking at it now. So I chose audiology, and the reason why I chose audiology is because it's easier. I feel it's easier. And with audiology, we only have to do anatomy till 2nd year. With speech therapy, they have to do anatomy till 3rd year. So I'm obviously going to take audiology because I can't do it until 3rd year when I have the option to do it until 2nd year. Yeah, understand? So I took the easier way out. And now as I'm doing audiology, It's hectic, guys. It's really hectic, and I cannot imagine how I would have felt if I was doing the dual degree. Ay. Get it, I want a breakdown, mental breakdown. You understand? So that's number one. The second thing, the fact that I was able to continue with psychology and linguistics and finish those was also a blessing, because last year I was doing my third year. Like, I was officially doing my third year, my majors, third year, and I was done with psychology and linguistics. So all I was doing was the theory, audiology theory, the practical, and the research. So I only had 3 modules, whereas the other students still had psychology, and there was a lot of pressure. I was already struggling with just audiology. There was guys, last year was so hectic. I think that year was the toughest academic year of my life. So think about it, Guti. I'm already struggling. I already had a tough time just doing audiology. Imagine if I still had psychology to do. I would have definitely dropped out. I don't even want to lie. I would have definitely dropped out, because already there was a point last year I was like, I so wish dinga admita a akiso, right? Or any psychiatric hospital just to rest, because I'm so tired. And I'm not trying to downplay like mental health issues or anything like that, but at that point I was so overwhelmed. I just wanted a break from everything. That's how tough it was. So I was like, imagine if I still had the other modules as well. Like, I would have really had a mental breakdown. So I look back, and my mom is the one who keeps reminding me of this, but maybe it's good, but isn't it happened this way, because now, yes, there is pressure, but it is not as much as bent sense and psychology. I don't know if that made sense, but you guys get what I'm trying to say. So I look back and I'm like, I actually thank God. Yes, it sucked, but I got over it, but I actually thank God, because of all those little details that I only really actually thought about way after. So yeah, how I got through this whole thing is obviously with my parents being supportive and having supportive friends as well. Oh my word, my friends are so supportive. My friends know how much I wanted to drop out, how much I wanted to give up, but they reassured me, they affirmed me, but you're doing good, you're going to be a great audiologist one day, don't give up, like, we're here for you. And I'm so grateful to my friends for that. If you're watching this, thank you so much. Thanks, bestie. So yeah, there's that. And I think also just telling myself about Sanelisiwe, you have to do this. You came to university to get a degree, and that's exactly what you're going to do. Yabo? If you still have a chance to go back, then do so. Oh, I forgot to mention this. When I failed the second time, I was at risk of being academically excluded. Yo guys, it was so hectic. So when I came back, I had to attend workshops, and they literally told me, if your marks don't improve by the second block, then we're gonna have to let go of you. So I was really scared. I was like, I really have to improve on my marks. So yeah, in the as long as you still have a chance, and as long as you can still fight for a chance, you're going to go back. And I always had that thing, Guti, Michael, I couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel that the people kept talking about. But the day I have that degree in my hand, nothing else will matter. I'll be so happy. I didn't spend 6 years finishing this degree that's supposed to take me 4 years. And that's one thing I kept telling myself and telling someone else who was going through the same situation as me. That's it. Degree, nothing else will matter but the fact that we did it. And I think I'll be even more proud of myself for pushing that hard, and not giving up. So in I deserve. I worked so hard for it. I spent so many years. So I think that's how I got through the whole thing. Without the support of my friends and my parents, I probably wouldn't be here. And being here is me doing my final year. I'm a final year audiology student, child. This is my final year. guys, did we are good there, but this is my final year and I'm so grateful to God. You know, God has kept me sane, He has kept me alive, you know, so I'm really grateful to Him for just walking this journey with me. Grateful to my parents and grateful to my friends. So I'm just recording this video to let someone know out there that these things happen. You know, we don't plan for them to happen, but they do. And when it does, please remember that you're not stupid. Please remember that varsity is difficult. You know, varsity, freedom, making new friends, going out now and again. But academics ziyashaya, yabo, ziyakhala academics. And the transition from high school to university is not an easy one, you know. So you just have to understand that. Don't be too hard on yourself. Of course, strive to get that degree and try to get it in record time, you know. But if it doesn't happen, don't beat yourself up about it. Don't be too hard on yourself. As I said, if there's a chance for you to go back, do so. If you need help, ask for help. I think that's another thing that I regret not doing. Let me tell you guys, my anatomy lecturer is actually someone that I basically go to church with. So it would have been so easy for me to go to him and be on some I don't understand what's going on, like explain to me. But Mnandine pride, I think that's the one thing about Mnandine pride. I had never had to ask for help before, especially when it comes to academics, because Ndanbasa primary is high school, so asking for help was such a foreign thing to me, you know, and I think I regret not asking him to help me. Had I asked for help, I would have done so much better. So please learn from my mistakes. If there's something that you don't understand, go to your lecturer, find a tutor, someone, email your lecturer, do something, you know, find someone who's doing the same course or the same module as you and ask for help. You know, we need each other at varsity. The only way you can make it through is if you work. Teamwork makes the dream work, and that's literally something that I had to learn over time when it comes to academics at university. Okay, so just I'm trying to reassure you that these things happen, and you're not the first one to go through it. You're not the last one. It doesn't matter if it takes you 7-8 years to finish a 4-year degree. Okay, there's a WASP. It doesn't matter if it takes you 20 years to finish a 10-year degree by a 10-year degree. Wait, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. But all I'm trying to say is you're going to make it. You'll get that degree no matter how long it takes you. And I think once you have it in your hand, you'll be so proud of yourself for pushing. So as long as there's still a chance, as long as being exclude, and even if they exclude you, fight, you know, or give up is so but I really did my best, you know. So always just try to do your best. I think that's the best thing you can do for yourself, is to do your best. and yeah, I think that's it. I hope there isn't anything that I'm forgetting, but it's been like a really tough journey. It's been so exhausting. It's very, very exhausting, but I'm happy to say that I'm doing my final year this year, and I pray to God that He will continue to walk this journey with me. I am an audiologist. Oh, that day there's a graduation party. And yeah, guys, so that's that, and I just felt like I really needed to talk about this so you guys know that we all go through struggles, man. Not everyone will have it the easy way. There are some people who they get their first year and they just get a degree up and records and get distinctions and whatever, and you're just like, Kanjani, why can't I do it, you know? But just push. Now I'm up on the figure corner, and yeah, I hope that this speaks to someone out there. If you guys have any other questions, maybe if you have a question that you'd like to ask me about my journey, anything else you'd like to know, please feel free to DM me on Instagram or on Twitter or on Facebook. preferably on Instagram and Twitter. Please feel free to DM me, and if you need any help, just let me know. If you have an experience with failing at varsity and you don't mind talking about it, please drop it down in the comment section below. You know, maybe we might just inspire someone out there, encourage someone out there. Yeah. And to the parents, yes, it sucks for your child to fail, but I think you will be proud once your child makes it. You look back and you'll say, my child pushed, you know, when things were bad, they were resilient, you know, and they persisted and they got to where they wanted to be, and you'll reap the benefits of all of that. Instead of supportive to umntana. If you like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. Please feel free to share this on your social media platforms. Share it with your friend. If there's a friend that you think might need this, please do share it with them. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. It was not easy having to talk about this, but I think it was something that I needed to talk about. If there's anything else that you guys would like me to talk about, I think this year I want to have more of these on my channel. Just talk about things that we go through about as young people. You know, there are some things that I can't talk about, you know, because I feel like there will be people who will be implicated if I do talk about them. But yeah, I think this year I want to have more like fruitful conversations with you guys. So if there's anything else that you guys would like me to touch on, whether it has to do with friendships, school, relationships, not so much. My parents watch this channel and I know they're watching right now, so I can't really talk about romantic relationships right now. But yeah, anything else, I'll see. I'll try. And I might just bring in friends as well, so you can have fruitful conversations together. Thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year. I love you all so much. Bye.